Alright, y'all. I'll give y'all a quick rundown. I'm right in the middle of unloading. See, these are all your controls right here on the side. So, the first one raises the blades up. The more gas you give it, you do that, it goes down. This right here, this last one over here is the side shift. You got the shift to the side. I know that. Alright. The small one out here, see how it's contracting the whole mass out. See how it's coming back in. See how it's coming back in. Let's see if I can get one of the feet. Oh, I'm trying to get one of the feet. Last one. Anyway, this right here, this third one, see it tilting. So, you know, you lift it, you can lift it and do that one, and lift it and do that at the same time. See how it does one smooth movement? So, it's pretty simple. You know, I got this thing's leaking out of this main cylinder right here, so it's not blowing it. That's pretty much how it operates. I got lights up here and all that good stuff. This is your gas down here. You go forward and back. Go forward, go back, forward, back. It's pretty easy. What's going on, y'all? Well, it's Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, I guess now. I'm over here getting my clothes washed. I gotta leave out here in a little bit. I gotta wash my clothes. I just got my medicine. I had just got some insurance. I guess I'm gonna have to tweak that in November when it comes up for open enrollment. They didn't have my pharmacy on there, which is crap because that's the pharmacy I use, and I'm not using nobody else, so we're gonna have to tweak that in November. So anyway, I gotta leave out and go north of New Orleans today, which is funny. My boss, I put my truck in the shop Friday. They was wanted to do routine maintenance on it, so I scheduled to have that done, and told my boss man about it, the whole deal. Well, I take it over there, and I ain't no sooner left the shop, he's calling me. Now he knows I can't pick the truck up till technically Monday. He's asking me, "Hey, is there any way you can leave out Sunday?" I'm like, dude, man, really? The truck's in the shop, you know. This is some more this is one of the things, this is probably the thing that I dislike about my job. It's like a microwave mentality. It's like they got to do something, and then they pick out, well, this person to do it, and nobody else can do it. I mean, it's just impossible for anybody else to make that particular run or to do that task or whatever. And that's the frustrating thing, because I'm like, dude, man, my truck's in the shop, and you know, it's gonna take a little effort. You know, now I got to go over there and leave my car in one of the worst parts of town. I mean, it's probably the worst part of town, you know. And this is the only car I got. This is my mom's old car, and I don't want anything to happen to it. So, you know, that's really my frustration is, you know, would you want to take your new truck and take it over and drop it off and do the same thing? Would you want to do that? I don't think you would. So I don't expect you to have me do that either. You know, just so you can get this run done. You know. Anyway, I'm on a little bit of a rant today. I just put my clothes in the wash, so they just got a few minutes to. My washer at home is broke, and I just hadn't fixed it yet. You know. So That's one of my goals. That's one of my goals once I get everything going. Speaking of that, I made my first purchase yesterday towards the physicality of the business. I actually have something, I actually made a purchase yesterday, and I was pretty proud of myself. In and of itself, it may not have been a big thing to somebody else, but it was a big thing for me. From idea to, having the business up and running as far as on the paper side, on the legal side and all that, and all that's fine. You got to get all that stuff done. But when you're doing something, you want to actually see something, and that's what we did yesterday. So we got some stuff yesterday, and I was one of the pieces of equipment. I was a little bit down because I've had some unexpected expenses over the last couple of months. If it wasn't for all that, I'd have the equipment I need right now. But some of this stuff is just unavoidable, and you got to do what you got to do. So, but I saw another way yesterday, and so it's all good. We're pressing on, man. We're just like Paul in the Bible in Philippians. We press on. There ain't nothing gonna hold us back. We're flying like an eagle. So anyway, I tell you, it's hot out here, man. I'm in the shade, and it feels like I'm in an oven. I'm in this little pecan orchard. So that's what we call it down here in Georgia, pecans, not pecans. Not anything, Yankee, or whatever. It's pecans. So that's where I'm at. I'm in this pecan orchard. It's a little small one. It's not very big. There's a big one not far from here. They got plenty of this. Actually, a couple of them not far from here. They got peaches and pecans and peanuts and cotton. That's later on in the year. Soybeans. There's a big corn. There's a lot of corn here. A lot of soybeans and stuff like that grow around this area. Man, it's hot out here, I'm telling you. But I was watching something. College football is coming up, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm a big college football fan. And you see this is where my nephew went to school, right here. They're a pretty big deal. They used to be called Division I AA. I don't know if it's FBS or what. I don't know what they call it now. They got like FCS, FBS. I liked it better when it was just Division I, Division I AA, Division II. Well, I still consider it Division I AA. They're in the same divisions like App State, which App State is Georgia Southern's big rival. They call them Crap State. So, it's all in fun. But they're in that same league. Troy State, was it Arkansas State or something like that? Those types of schools. I like that type. But anyway, I was watching something. I like how Texas and Oklahoma are coming to the SEC, and Texas has always been out of shape about the horns down thing. This right here. And they got the Big 12 or the Southwest Conference or whoever they were playing against. If they give the horns down, they made them give a penalty. That's just a bunch of crybaby stuff. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just when you make a big deal about something like that, people are just gonna do it more. So anyway, I was eating a little bit ago, and there was a lady in there had a Texas hat on. I started to kind of give her a hard time about it, but it's Sunday, and trying not to do wrong. So anyway, yeah. But one of my favorite videos on YouTube of all, probably one of the top videos of YouTube of all time is the 1991 Cotton Bowl. Look it up. The 1991 Cotton Bowl, where Texas played Miami, the Hurricanes, you know, the U. And this is back when Miami was Miami, you know. They were the inventors of swag and trash talking and you know, putting beat downs on people, celebrating. The whole celebration rules because of them back in that day. But that video is so enjoyable to watch because they're in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. That whole crowd is basically a home game for Texas. And this is a bowl game now. Miami's got this one little corner of fans in the stadium. And they were just mad. They were like, you know, because they lost to Notre Dame that year. And back then they were playing for the national championship just about every year, or they was in the hunt for it about every year. So they lost to Notre Dame, which was a bullcrap game too. They really should have won that game. But that's neither here nor there. But they was in the Cotton Bowl. So they've been talking trash all week. And the very first play of the game, this guy said, he said, man, he said, the only kickoff, I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna knock whoever has the ball, I'm gonna knock him out of the game. Well, that's what he did. I mean, he knocked him senseless. Well, Miami just cut up, and I heard one of the players say one time, the referee, they had like 200 something yards of penalties, you know, celebrating and, you know, all kind of stuff, you know. And the one player said Texas ought to be glad that we cut the fool that day and had all that penalties. He said we'd have beat them worse. They beat them like 40 something to 10 or something. It was ridiculous. They just curb stomped them. You know, it probably have been 80 or 100 to 10, and they luckily got the points. Like Texas got the points they got. You know, they talking about, you know, Miami ran out on the field first, you know, disrespected Texas, and, you know, the Longhorns, and, you know, cause you know, them Texas guys, you know, they don't talk like this. You got them guys from Texas. They, you know, it ain't Texas, it's Texas, you know, like that. At least Texas Tech calls itself the Cowboys. They might have a little more right to talk like that or be Texans than the Longhorns. You know, I'm just saying, you know. But anyway, it's gonna be fun watching Texas play in the SEC. You know, it's gonna be entertaining. Because if they thought that the horns down thing was if they're gonna get that penalty called, you know, in the Big 12 playing Kansas State or something like that, wait till they come to LSU. Wait till they come to Tuscaloosa. Wait till they come to Athens and play in Georgia. Wait till they go to Florida, you know, and play in the swamp. That's all they're gonna hear the whole game. The whole team, the whole crowd, everybody's gonna be throwing horns down the whole game. What are they gonna do then? I mean, are Texans really that soft? I know some people that live in Texas, and I don't think they really are. I know that some Texans are really tough and they got a thick skin, but there's some out there, and I listen to you on YouTube. I listen to you. Y'all ain't really all that tough. Y'all really just right. You just not. You know, I sit here and listen to you. You know, just cause you claim you one thing, that really means you're not. You follow me? If you say that, well, I'm tough, well, you're really not. I'm the fastest guy on the team. Well, you might be about midway. If you know, it just is what it is. You know, I'm kind of going off on Texas a little bit here. It's a little bit enjoyable. And I don't have, like I said, I like Texas. You know, I'm still halfway consider moving there, you know. My nephew moved out there. He lives up there around Dallas. You know, I like Texas. I've always liked Texas. But the whole Texas mentality, you know, with some of the people I see on YouTube, man, you're really soft, man. I mean, really, you are. It's funny. Anyway, you know, and then, but there's some good people out there. I mean, there's good people on YouTube I see. They live in Texas, and you know, my hat's off to you. I even my cowboy hat. I even bought a cowboy hat just for y'all. You know, how about that? Anyway, well, I've been sitting here running off at mouth long enough. I'm out here burning up, about to sweat to death, and I'm sitting here running my mouth about 13 minutes, almost 15 minutes now, about nothing. But anyway, I just want to give y'all a quick update about my business and just basically just say hello. Hope y'all have a good Sunday. See how I'm sweating already? I got 2 shirts on. I'm just sweating to death out here. I feel like I'm getting back into shape a little bit. I did my first 15 years of trucking in flatbed. I started out doing flatbed. I mean, I worked at a lumber yard before that, and that was basically like doing flatbed. I used to carry sheetrock. Used to deliver sheetrock in the houses. You know, 1/2 inch, 5/8. Most of it was 1/2 inch. We used to deliver shingles on the roof. I delivered block, which I used a boom truck for that. Sometimes I'd use a piggyback lift. You know, but then when I started driving flatbed over the road, that was a whole different ball game. You know, tying down steel coils out in the hot sun, tarping loads out there in the hot, tarping lumber loads, or these big high loads out in the hot blazing sun. You know, I don't care what nobody tells you. You can talk about dry heat and humid heat like we got down here. This is like a steam bath down here. Hot is hot. When you get up to about 100, if it gets about 115, 120 degrees, I don't care what nobody tells you. You can talk about dry heat. I got into a discussion last night about that with somebody. It was oh, it's just a dry heat, man. No, it's not dry. That's just hot. 120 degrees, you sit there and preheat an oven to about 400 degrees. Let it get good and hot, and then open the door up and stick your arm in it. That's about what it feels like. You know, I was near Death Valley one time. It was 120 something degrees, and I had to stick my arm out to hand my paperwork to somebody. Good gracious alive, man. That was hot. Anyway, I did my first 15 years. I did rolling tarps up in the snow. Your tarps are all stiff, and you gotta get. It's just, you know, it's just stuff you had to deal with. You know, it's just part of it. That's why I kind of got into reefer and tanker and stuff with other stuff. But anyway, I didn't run off long enough. Y'all have a good day. Hope y'all have a good week. I gotta go to Mississippi here in a little while, and then be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing from there, but anyway, I just want to check in. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be good. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good week. See ya.